Hello everyone, my name is Jax and today we're fighting the Wingulls for LCPL. So, you might think this team looks really weird. But I'm trying to cheese this match. Like, if I get a good matchup, then Shelter can just win turn 2. Because that's the set I'm running. The thing that stops Shelter are Frillish, Ferocid, Ponyard, and I think Spritzy. Other than that, Shelter can sweep. And I'm going to show you guys how. So first of all, we have Diglett. And Diglett has focus sash. This is my lead. We're going to lead off with Diglett. We're going to stealth rocks. And if they lead off with Volleybee, if they lead off with Mienfoo, they are probably going to attack. If they lead off with Mienfoo, I'm going to protect for the fake out. And then I'm going to stealth rock. Once we have the rocks up, I can just go for the memento. And we go out into Shelter. So this Shelter is a really weird spread. We are running max attack element. So why are we running max attack element? Because Sea Explosion has really nice rolls. I can one shot a Fungus, a Marini, a max defense and HP Mienfoo after rocks. Without rocks up, it's 50%. And that's a Sea Explosion. So we have Sea Explosion, we have Liquidation, and we have Icicle Spear. And we also have normal explosion. So we can kill 2 mons of that team. So you can say we have rocks up. We killed 2 of the mons. But we also lost 2 of our mons. That's not really that great. Well, it is. Because we don't have a core. We don't have defensive synergy. We just have hyper offense. So why is it good? Because these two make a wall. Or break the wall. And basically if I break a Marini or if I break a Fungus, then the wall synergy of the other team is gone. And we can abuse that. So next up we have Abra. It's just a normal Abra. And this Abra is solo purpose is just for a failsafe. I can counter for Ponyard, counter for a Grimer or whatever. And I can T-Wave a Scarf Snivy or a +1 pony. We have Mudbray, it's the Spadef kind. It's also a failsafe. It can take any hit, it can take hits from Abra and Sash when it's Live Orb. And it's just basically part of my core once Shelter and Diglett are gone. We have Volleybee. It's a 14 speed Volleybee with Tailwind. Tailwind is also for surveil safe. I'm really safe with this team. We have HP fighting for the Ponyard and we just have knockoff to break. And then we have the Live Orb Ghastly with Substitute. I'm considering going for Hidden Power Fighting over Hidden Power Fire, but I'm not sure because the Ferocid matchup is still a bit iffy. So I hope you guys enjoy this team and I see you guys by the battle. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I recorded this video, but I used the wrong showdown. I used my showdown on my desktop and not on internet, and my OBS was linked to the internet. So I'm just going to talk over the video what's going to happen, and we're going to see if we are going to win the battle or if we are going to lose the battle. So basically, looking at this team, we had a Ferocid matchup, and that was pretty shitty. Because I cannot lead off with Shelter. If he had a Fungus, it would be so much easier. But I also see a Crowink, and Crowink also stops the Shelter. So based on this team, I'm just going to lead off with Diglett. I want to get up rocks. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going for rocks, and we see this Ferocid is Giga Drain. And Giga Drain is actually kind of annoying for the Mudbray. But then I thought, look at Mudbray versus his team. We need to preserve Mudbray. So I'm going out into Volleybee on his next upcoming Giga Drain or Stealth Rocks. I need a little bit damage on the Ferocid to break it with Shelter. So we go for the knockoff. And we see this Onyx is actually C. Because he has no item. So what are we going to do? We switch out in the Mudbray and we catch a Rock Blast. So after this Rock Blast we get a lot of defense and I'm not scared to go for the Earthquake or Heavy Slam. So we go for the Heavy Slam first, and maybe he thinks we are Scarf, so we are going for the Earthquake next. and we catch the Pharaoh Seed on the switch. We do a lot of damage, and at this point Shelter can sweep, because only the Krogan can stop the Shelter. I go out into Vullaby because I'm thinking he goes for the Giga Drain, but he actually pulls the double into the Spritzy. So what can we do? He can go for the Moonblast, and if he is offensive Nasty Plot, this is a big problem. Because I don't want to release my Ghastly. Ghastly cannot come out yet. Ghastly can sweep, but he has a Munchlax, so I need to wait until the Munchlax is gone. So we go out into Vullaby, and I think this Spritzy is kinda annoying, so we are going to knock off. So that's what I'm doing, we're going to knock off. Even if this thing was Trick Room, we had a big problem, because I needed to risk my Mudbray, and I didn't want to do that. So we go for the knockoff, and he goes for the Moonblast, but it doesn't do enough damage. We are 13 Spadef. How did it not kill? I don't know. So we go out into Mudbray now, and he goes for Wish. So I don't wanna let the Pharaoh Seed heal back up, so we just go for the Earthquake. But he goes out into Vullaby and heals back up from the rock damage. And you see that the rock damage is so important from Diglett. It pressures so much, it limits the amount of switchings the Vullaby can have. And now we go out into our own Vullaby. I wanna see what kind of Vullaby this is. And he goes for a knockoff. So I was thinking, what can we do versus the Vullaby if it is +2? We still have Mudbray, and if I knock we can kill it. Perfect. So we're just going over for the knockoff, and he goes out into Onyx. So I do 30%. We can kill the Onyx right now. What are we going to do? He is C. If I was him, I would go for the Stealth Rocks and go for the C EQ afterwards. Because if I go out into Mudbray right now and he gets some rocks, he gets some damage, that's really good for him. So I'm thinking, do I need Vullaby? And does he know that I can just stay in? So I'm just going to stay in and go for the Hidden Power Fighting, as he goes for the Ground EMC, and we are immune to that. We do a nice chunk of damage, and he goes out in Spritzy. So right here I can think again, what can I stack? I can go out into the Mudbray, or I can stay in Brave Bird. So we're just going to Brave Bird, and he's going to Moonblast. So we can just, I didn't want to see the Spritzy again. So I kinda wanted to go out into Diglett, but then I saw his team. We need to lure out the Munchlax. So my plan was, we go out to the Abra and we go for the Dazzling Gleam to catch the Vullaby on the switch. But sadly enough, he goes out into Vullaby. He knows the pressure Ghastly can have. So I have a plan. What if we just counter? Because maybe this thing is Scarf, and it turns out this thing was Scarf. So we go for the counter and we knock out the Pharaoh Seed. As he goes out in the Munchlax, I have a couple of plans. I can go for Deep Psychic, but I thought, what if I go for the Thunder Wave? I can Thunder Wave into Memento into Shell Smash, because if I hit the Thunder Wave I have a % to get a free turn. So we go for the Thunder Wave, and we do not get a full paralyze, but he goes for the Pursuit. We go out into Diglett and we are going to Memento. Nothing he can do. He could have rest, but he didn't. And if you look at Munchlax and you look at my team, if this Munchlax was Curse Legs, I had a big problem. But still, we go out in Shelter and we Shell Smash. I'm praying he gets paralyzed. And he does. So that's even better. So we see Explosion and we kill the Munchlax. There are 2 mons left. The Krogunk. So I knew I could win. I could go for the Icicle Spear and kill the Krogunk if it is C. Kill the Krogunk if it isn't Eviolite. Like Barriers would live, but any other set would die. But I can go for the Explosion, and that would also not be a bad idea. But I was thinking, this is the best idea, I can get the most value out of this play. And it turns out he is Eviolite, and he lives with 5%. That's good, because Ghastly kills with a Sludge Bomb. So we are left with the Vullaby that is potentially Scarf, and he goes out into it. Scarf Vullaby, can you win? He goes for a Brave Bird, and he does a nice chunk of damage for himself. But sadly enough, my Mudbray is still really healthy. He goes for the Brave Bird, I go for the Heavy Slam, and we are going to see that I take out the Vullaby. So that was for my win. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and sorry for my mistake that I recorded it this way, but it should still be fine. Well, I see you guys all later.